Okay, I'm out here with the Glue and Fly Series F22 Mini version 2 today. I haven't flown this in forever, not since I completed my line of sight training with it. So I started off flying this with a 2-cell setup, so it would be nice and slow and light. And as I progressed past the intermediate stage, I went ahead and put a 3-cell battery in it. And I would recommend a 6x3 composite prop with a 3-cell setup and a 6x4 composite prop with a 2-cell setup. That should give you plenty of power for training. Unfortunately, I left the HT-IRC 20 amp speed controller in here, so you're going to hear a nonlinear throttle and probably some desyncing, but we'll go ahead and get it in the air and play around with it. Now this Parkjet is just a 20-inch wingspan Parkjet, and I designed it to be an intermediate to advanced Parkjet. You'll see with a 3-cell setup, it has plenty of power. And I think and you can hear some desyncing there on the speed controller. But I have over 150 flights on this plane, and it was my trainer for line of sight. Very acrobatic, and that's why I say it's a good trainer Parkjet if you've never flown a plane before. And you can advance with this Parkjet, you know, start off with a 2-cell setup and progress to a 3-cell setup. And I also learned to do all my acrobatics on this plane. Now, I'm still not real great at acrobatics, but the fact that this has such light wing loading and it's a very, very forgiving plane, it makes for a great trainer for acrobatics as well. And on a 3-cell setup, even though it's a beginner to intermediate trainer Parkjet, it has some speed and it has some kick, as you can see. And I just love flying it still. It's not quite as aerodynamic as my version 3, but it is an absolute blast to fly. And like I said, pretty fast. And with a 2-cell setup, you can fly this fairly slow. I mean, it has a very, very wide flight envelope. And with the color scheme that I have on here, it's very visible in the air too, and that's one thing that you want when you start flying line of sight, so that it's easy to tell the top from the bottom. It helps keep you from losing orientation on the plane, especially when you start doing your first set of acrobatics. But just a great, great stable Parkjet. And I think its capabilities will satisfy anyone that's in the intermediate level. Tracks really well. And luckily we have very little wind out here today. I'd say probably only 2 or 3 miles an hour right now, which is great. Oh, there's my alarm. Bring it in and skid to a stop here. Look at the glide. How about that glide? Lots of fun, guys. I highly suggest, if you're interested in a beginner to intermediate Parkjet, that you download the plans and build this guy, and in all the documentation I will have all the recommended setups for the power system, you know, the batteries, everything. it also makes a great FPV trainer too, Parkjet. I've got an FPV camera on there right now, and this was the first Parkjet that I flew FPV as well. So thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out our Patreon site. We have a lot of free content there as well. And I will see you in the air.